Hello and welcome. This is Hammerdown TV. This is Iracing here. We're live from Limaland, Ohio for the UMP Hammerdown series. Right now, qualifying is underway. Taking a gander at the point standings. Matt Everts is ahead of Eric Elmore by just 24 points. So we got a tight battle coming into this race. Bear in mind, this is my first race broadcasting here, so I'm getting my hotkeys all lined up. All right, that should work a little better. Got ourselves a sub 12 second, two couple of sub 12 second laps. Jason Minot on top of the chart so far. Jesse Isidore, he's second with a 12.980. Only a couple hundreds off. We've got a very tight field so far. Once again, my name is Rick, the Rickman Swavely. I'm with Wyoming Motorsports Digest. Check that out on Facebook and YouTube. Out of the points contenders, looks like Jarrett Murphy is the highest qualified out of the top 5 points contenders. Jarrett Murphy sitting third on the chart so far. A couple cars still on the racetrack. Points leader Matt Everts, he's back in the back. He's quite a ways back in the field at the moment during qualifying. Hopefully he can make his way through the field in the heat races. Looking at the counts here, looking like everybody's going to make the main tonight. Heat race is gridding up right now, your first heat race. Sitting on the pole in number 14, that's Jason Minot. Outside of him, that is Jarrett Murphy in the 25 car. John Litterall, he is inside row 2. Outside of him, Jason Salter in the 95. The 87 of Craig Gullickson, he's inside row 3. Outside of him, Kyle Voringer. Row 4 has Brad Doss in the 26 and J.D. Sass in the 22. Mile Mackay, I probably butchered that one. He's inside row 5, and outside of him is Ethan Pemberton. Quick little heat races for these guys, only 8 laps. So they got very little time to get things done at this racetrack. Once again, Jarrett Murphy, he's sitting in the points battle right now with only tonight and 2 more races left in the Hammer Down UMP Modified season. Next week, they'll be at Eldora once again Monday night, same time. Looks like we might be waiting for one more car to grid up here. Looking on the track, looks like Ethan Pemberton. Looks like he had some kind of connection issue. He's not going to make this heat race. One lap before we go green. Jason Minot, he will be bringing them to the green flag once the truck pulls in. He can go at any time. RPMs are up. We're underway. Heat race 1 in the books. Jason Minot out to the early lead. Jarrett Murphy right behind him. Driver looking to do some work on the inside. It's not working. It's the 87 of Craig Goickson. Third place, John Litteral on the outside. The battle is for fourth. Craig Goickson in the 22, it looks like, of J.D. Sass. Craig Goickson falling. That inside's not working for him. He's fallen back to 6th, though, so far. Meanwhile, up front with a 0.6 of a second lead, Jason Minot over Jarrett Murphy. Single file formation around the racetrack. Everybody's moved up to that high side. The closest battle on the racetrack is for 5th place. Kyle Voringer. He's in there. Craig Goickson's right behind him. But up front, Jason Minot is lengthening that gap. He's up to a full second lead. And that is your heat race. Once again, I said those ones are quick ones. Heat race results, top 5, Jason Minot first, Jarrett Murphy second, John Litteral third, Jason Salter 4th, and Kyle Voringer in 5th. Your Heat 2 lineup inside the front row, that's Jesse Isidore. Outside of him, Kyle Morris. Another battle for that point lead, Eric Elmore inside row 2. Outside of him, Tyler Hargrove. Inside row 3, Tyler Brischgella. Outside of him, once again, your point leader, Matt Everts. Lon Franks inside row 4. Outside of him, Dustin Hall. And rounding out the field, Ian Blanchard. So unless Matt Evers can do some work through the field here, he's going to have a tough time getting through the field during the main, which is going to possibly get that gap a little closer because Eric Elmore, he's up in third. I'll give him a lot better starting spot if he holds that spot. Green flag's out. We're underway once again. A great jump. Great jump by Jesse Isidore. Charging the inside, some contact on the back straightaway. Jesse Isidore goes to the top. They try a slide job contact. 3 wide going into turn 1. Jesse Isidore, he spins out. There's all kinds of contact going through turns 1 and 2. Slide job and a crossover for the lead up front. Eric Elmore in up front. And that 420 car inside of him, that's the 93. 93 of Kyle Morris. Kyle Morris actually dead heat that last lap. Eric Elmore using a little bit of that wall to get around that corner. Does that too much, he's going to take some damage. He's starting to pull away from that battle. Behind him, the number 8 is starting to get on the heels of Kyle Morris, Tyler Britchgala. He's looking for a way around Kyle Morris. Points leader Matt Everett has made his way up to 4th. Once again, single file. The cars are rather spread out around the racetrack. There is a battle for 5th place going on. Ron Franks and Tyler Hargrove battling for that 5th place spot. But your winner of the second heat race, that is Eric Elmore. 2nd place in the 93, Kyle Morris. 3rd place, Tyler Britchgala. Matt Everts made it to 4th. Lon Franks rounds out your top 5. Now we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up session here. Unfortunately, I don't have times for the warm-up. Once again, a couple sponsors for Hammerdown, iRacing iFlag, Evil One Graphics, and Excalibur Race Engines. Once again, there are some sponsors for the Hammerdown Racing Series. So make sure if you're an iRacer, you make sure to thank them for helping us put these shows on. Once again, I'm kind of a rookie at this announcing an iRacing thing, so I'm kind of getting my feet underneath me here. Once again, my name is Rick, the Rickman Slater. I'm with Wyoming Motorsports Digest. Check that out on Facebook and YouTube. Some of the weekly schedule this week. Tomorrow, the 360 sprint cars are at Knoxville. Wednesday, the limited lates are at Knoxville as well. The 410 sprint cars are at Williams Grove on Thursday. Friday has the super late models at USA. And the pro lates are at Lanier. That's going to be a fun race. For the UMPs, up next for them is Eldora next week. Then they go to USA and they round out their season at Volusia. So once again, only 2 more races left, so depending on tonight, we can have one heck of a points battle going into the final race. Looking at the preliminary lineup here, Matt Everts is starting 8th. Meanwhile, Eric Elmore is 2nd, just for a couple of your points runners here. Kyle Vollringer, he's 3rd in points. He is starting 9th. Jarrett Murphy starting in 3rd. He's 4th in points. Craig Gullickson, he is sitting in 11th in the preliminary running order. So that's your top 5 in points where they're starting. So hopefully some of these drivers can figure out that inside line and we can have ourselves a racing racetrack. Limaland, depending on how wore down you can get 2 defined racing lines around this track. This series is an open setup race, so these drivers can tweak their cars. For those not familiar with iRacing, the open setups means you can adjust your car. Some races are a fixed setup where everybody runs a preset setup, usually brought by iRacing. Weather conditions for this race tonight, 65 degrees. I guess it's a morning race, my bad. We're just about done with the warm-up. Then we'll start gridding and be ready for the main event tonight for the Hammer Down Racing UMP Modifieds. Gridding has starting your starting lineup for the UMP Modifieds tonight. Inside the front row is Jason Minat in the 14 car. Outside of him, the 420 of Eric Elmore. Inside row 2, Jarrett Murphy in the 25. Outside of him, Kyle Morris in the 93. Inside row 3, John Litterall in the 68. The number 8, driven by Tyler Birchgella. He's outside row 3. Inside row 4, the 95 of Jason Salter. Outside of him, Matthew Everts. Inside row 5, you got Kyle Vollringer. Lon Franks outside of him. Craig Gullickson in the 87. Inside row 6. Outside row 6, you got the 211 of Tyler Hargrove. Row 7 has Brad Dawson, the 26, and Dustin Hall in the 331. Row 7, the 22 of J.D. Sass, and the 2 of Ian Blanchard. The 20 of Miles Mulcahy. I'm sure I'm butchering that one. He's outside row 8. Row 9, you got Jesse Isidore in the 9 and the 04 of Ethan Pemberton. Looks like we're getting ready to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. Green flags out. We are underway. Jason Minot out to the early lead. Side-by-side battle for 5th place. Some drivers trying the inside line. It's not quite working. We got a caution. Did not see what happened there. Looks like Ian Blanchard was involved. My replay will not show what was going on there. Up front, we're going green once again. Contact up front. They get them all squared away. The 14, Jason Minat, still out front. There is a dogfight for 6th place on back. Looks like the 25 gone to the wall. He's falling like a rock. That's a 25. Jarrett Murphy, so one of your points contenders, he's falling through the field. Wait for the scoring to recalculate here. He's fell back to 8th. Caution flag is out. It's contact in the back straightaway. It was Matt Everts in that caution. That's gonna stir things up. Going green one more time. Jason Minat bringing him to the green flag. 12 laps down, 18 to go. We're underway once again. Fourth place runner hits the wall. He stacks everybody up. That's John Littoral. High sides treacherous tonight. Jason Minat still out front. Kyle Morris thought about throwing a slider on him. A little too early for that, he decided. Second place, slide job. Kyle Morris. Kyle Morris and Tyler Berskella, they're in a battle for that second place spot. A little bit of a battle behind them as well. Craig Gullickson, John Littoral. Everybody's getting themselves kind of figured out for this main event race. We're going to click down these laps really quick. We're already to 12 to go. Battle on that track still is that fourth place position. Looks like Gullickson has finally got that inside start working for him a little bit. There's a car on the wall upside down in turn 4. Good gravy. Jason Minat, he's still out front. Kyle Morris second, Tyler Bershkella third, Eric Elmore fourth, Jarrett Murphy fifth. That's your top five right now. Out of the points runners, looks like Eric Elmore is going to have the day tonight. Day today or tonight. Matt Everts, he's sitting back in 10th, so that's going to be a pretty big point swing. Sell out front to about a 2-second lead. That is Jason Minat. 2.6 seconds, Taylor Bershkella in third. Everybody's kind of settled in. Unfortunately, there's only 4 laps to go. Gullickson and Lon Franks battling out for 6th place. Coming to get 3 to go, Jason Minat. Jason Minat out to a commanding 3-second lead. Lost a little time that last lap. 1 lap to go for Jason Minat as he crosses the line here. He can all but coast. Coming through turn 3 out of turn 4, your event winner. That is Jason Minat. Kyle Morris in second, Eric Elmore in third, Taylor Bershkella in fourth, Kyle Thoringer in fifth, Craig Gullickson in sixth, Jesse Isidore in seventh, Brad Doss, Lon Franks, and Dustin Hall, and Michael Mulcahy. I know I'm butchering that. Michael, make sure you let me know how to pronounce your last name there after the race. We'll line up the top 3 out here on the front straightaway and do some interviews with them in just a moment. Once again, Hammer Down would like to thank iRacing, iFlag, Evil One Graphics, and Excalibur Race Engines.
User was moved to your channel.
All right, we got Eric Elmore here. Eric, great third place run. That should help in the points battle with 2 races to go. How was the race tonight for you?
It is all right. I kind of feel bad there. I thought I had Taylor cleared good there on the last couple laps, but going back and looking at the replay, I was actually a little short. Thought I gained a little bit more room on him when he got into the wall there in 2. But other than that, it was an all right race.
Any sponsors or anything you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Hammer Down iRacing League, Twisted Motorsports, Speedy Automotive, Scooters Machine Shop, and D&B Lawn Care.
All right, just taking a quick gander at the points. Should gain some pretty good ground on Matthew Everts tonight. 2 races to go. Think you can get that championship?
I'm hoping to. We're both on the same team, so either way, as long as me or him gets it, we'll be happy.
All righty, that is Eric Elmore in the 420, finishing third.
User was moved out of your channel.
I get the second place runner in here.
To your channel.
Kyle Morris in the 93 second place run. Jason Minette kind of ran away from everybody that race. That race was any longer, would you had anything for him? Kyle Morris, are you there?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going. Alrighty. Jason Minette kind of ran away with that towards the end of that race. You think you might have had anything for him if it was a little bit of a longer run?
No, actually, I felt like I had a little bit of something for him as long as I could hit my laps right towards the beginning of the race when he did start to run away. But towards the end, he started to actually take that thing. There was nothing I could really do. There was a few setups I was working with, and I chose one. It worked pretty well, but it was nothing for Jason.
All right. Any sponsors or anything you'd like to thank for the racing for you tonight?
Nemi Motorsports, VLR, Howard Weaver. He helps me out with some tips. Jason Friday Corridor and Team Friday. They helped me out a little bit. I got some questions. Pretty much that's about it. I appreciate you guys hosting the race. It's always a lot of fun.
All righty. That was Kyle Morris, the number 93, finished second.
User was moved out of your channel.
Just waiting on the winner to come into the channel here. All right, I guess he is not available at the moment, so that will conclude today's broadcast. Once again, Hammer Down. I'd like to thank iRacing, iFlag, Evil One Graphics, and Excalibur Race Engines. My name is Rick, the Rickman Swable. I'm with Wyoming Motorsports Digest. Check it out on Facebook and YouTube. Once again, I cover all the Wyoming motorsports and now a little bit of iRacing. So, once again, for Hammer Down and me, this is Rick signing off.